you ready for cocktails and conversations? This is Herspiration Happy Hour.
Woo! Happy Wednesday, and welcome to another episode of Herspiration Happy Hour, Season 4. This is episode 12. I am your unapologetic diva, Dr. G.
I am Cortina Peters, aka the Girlfriend Therapist.
And I am Louisa Harrell, the Blue Phoenix, and I am showing my new glasses and giving y'all something fresh to drink. Are y'all thirsty?
Hey, okay. What are we sipping on today?
Okay, so today, let me get it. We are sipping on watermelon daiquiri.
Oh, that's very summery too.
Yeah, because it's warm out. It's nice and hot outside. I want us to have something fresh and cool. So you need seedless watermelon, white rum, fresh lime juice, agave nectar, ice cubes, watermelon slice for garnish, and of course kosher salt to rim the glass. So of course you need to rim your glass with the kosher salt, and they want the glass chilled. You chop and blend the watermelon, and then you strain it. Combine the white rum, lime juice, agave nectar, and watermelon juice in a shaker with ice. Shake it up, strain it, and then pour it in the glass.
Okay.
Sounds nice.
So the mocktail to that, I don't want to change anything. Just take out the rum.
Okay. Well, that's an easy way to just make everything and then just take the alcohol out. Speaking of, you know what I just recently purchased? Speaking of mocktails, we are, I ordered as a means to make and mix drinks. They have this brand called Beckett's, and they have all of these mocktails that you can do and create your own little cocktails. So I ordered some. I haven't taken any pictures or anything or tried to make anything because I just got back from out of town on Sunday. I haven't even laid eyes on it. I think that's kind of the weirdest part is that I've not even laid eyes on these bottles that showed up to my house. But I plan to really soon. How are you ladies on this beautiful Wednesday?
Good.
I was letting Cortina talk because she hasn't been here.
Yeah,
so I just want everybody to see her lovely face and smile and voice, and we have missed you.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be back. Some type of normalcy.
Look, all that hard work you've been doing, we get it. Well, you know what? It is Wednesday, and like every Wednesday when we podcast, or every 2 Wednesdays out the month, we do a highlight and share who our WCWs are. And who wants to go first today? See, I got my peepers on so I can see mine, but
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Miss Mahogany J. She is a author as well, but she's also the mom of the Jackson twins. So she has 2 sets of twins, and I think it's absolutely like her and her husband. They're Instagram personalities, and they have their YouTube and all of that, and they just show the lives of how it is to be parents raising 2 sets of twins. And so she's always active with them, and also being like a boss mom and everything like that. So I think that's absolutely amazing that she's able to hold down all of that and do all of the things that she does while trying to raise 4 children that look alike. So that is who I am crushing on today, because I'm sure she has all of her hands and her feet full. And they're all boys.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
Well, good grief.
Oh yes, if you at Mahogany J or the Jackson twins, all of their stuff will come up.
Okay. So what about you, Louisa?
I am crushing on a young lady who is one of my followers. Her name is Sonia Nikki Robinson, and today was her last day of radiation for breast cancer. So I just wanted to shout her out because it's been rough for her, and it was her last day. So that's who I'm crushing on today.
Okay. Well, you know what? Today, my WCW is a woman named Mary Eliza Mahoney. She was born in 1845 and passed away in 1926. She was the first Black woman to earn a professional nursing license in the United States. And the reason why this is significant because our guest today is a nurse. So I figured, you
Of
know what?
course,
Why
yes,
not?
she
Let
is.
me find someone who's a representative of a part of that culture for being a Black woman who's in nursing. So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to the first Black woman to earn a professional nursing degree, Mary Eliza Mahoney.
Woo!
Good.
Yes,
All right.
yes, yes, yes. And so our conversation today, I titled it, like the big drip. And the reason why I did that was because I don't know if any of you ladies have tried IV hydration. Have you all? No.
No,
I
not personally. I know of it. I've never.
Okay, so I took a stab at it. I went live while I did it, and it was probably one of the most remarkable things I have ever done. So I'm so excited to have our guest on. And I'm one of those testing out type of people. And so it's really cool to have people on, like when we had on, Dr. Panny when she was on
Mm.
talking about pelvic floor and but just knowing the benefits of things that's going to do your body right. And so our guest today, which is Keisha Brown, she has D.O.P.E Healing and Wellness Clinic, and she does IV hydration. And so when I was in Atlanta, on matter of fact, it was last Friday, I stopped in and went and had it done. And when I say I'm still feeling good today, normally I need like melatonin or a sleep aid to help me go to sleep. I have not needed that since I had that done.
Mm.
Oh,
At
that's
all.
awesome.
And I am sleeping a lot better. I'm far more energized because, of course, part of mine, I had what is called the Magic City one. Yeah, because all of her stuff, and she'll go into it and explain how the names and titles of different things that to represent Atlanta. It was just amazing. So I'm so excited to be sharing this. So anybody who is tuning in, if you have questions or if you hadn't seen my live where she actually was explaining some things, but she's going to go more into detail today once we have her on. But outside of that, let's talk about the stress that is on our bodies. Do any of you ladies take supplements, vitamins? I mean, what do you do for just, I guess, body care?
Well, what I'm doing currently, I do a lot of smoothies
Okay.
and supplements and like soursop tea and grinding up the leaves and taking them in capsule form.
Oh,
So
you
I'm
make your own
doing that.
You're making your
Mhm.
own capsules?
No,
Oh,
no, no. So you can get them ground and you can encapsulate them yourself, but I buy them already capsulated.
okay.
Yeah, from Etsy. So I
Okay.
found you know how they have the store set up. And it's Black owned. And so I found a place where I kind of trust because I did my research and everything. And it's been pretty cool. And I've been pretty consistent. When I was in Atlanta with you, I had my little pill tracker thingy, and I was like, oop, I take my pills.
Oh, you like the pill box that tells
Yeah,
you
yeah,
to
yeah,
take
yeah.
every day. Okay.
So to remind me, because I'm kind of not good with stuff like that, but I am trying to transition a bit to a healthier eating lifestyle and just doing things that are going to be beneficial and in alignment with health and wellness.
Okay. What about you, Louisa? What are you doing?
I usually don't take much, but I've been taking. You ever seen the Goli GOLI vitamins?
Oh yeah.
I have the apple cider vinegar and I have the ashwagandha. Um, I also we eat a lot of fruit here, a lot of fruit and vegetables, but we do eat a lot of junk too. So I'm cutting the junk out. I'm cutting the junk out. It's not hard for me because I'll do that, but it's been a fight with the children. And I don't buy them junk a lot, but when they get it, they just eat it. So I put them on punishment for 2 weeks. That is punishment for them, but it's a transition for me. So that's what I've been doing, and just fasting. Like I'll do watermelon. I do a watermelon fast sometimes. A certain time of year, I do a watermelon fast. And so I started just doing watermelon in the morning and at night. and I might eat lunch, but I might just transition to just do watermelon straight for 2 weeks. So. Mhm.
I gotta know, what nourishment do you get during doing
Well,
a
watermelon is water, so you do get water, and of course you drink water too. And on top of that, I do tea, and inside of that, I might put lemon. I might do different. I might do a herb. Just different things that'll replenish me. But it really like it clears your skin up. This is like when you water fast. If you ever have done a water fast, you've never done a water fast. Well, with
No, I'd be
water fast,
hungry.
huh?
I'd be hungry.
Yeah, I know, but see, but the once you get past that third day, it's pretty good. But if you're hungry, like if you do it on a fast and you get hungry, you can eat, but try not to eat heavy. To eat like something like vegetable, fruit, or whatever. And so I do that usually around this time of year because you can get fresh watermelon and
Oh yeah.
all that stuff like
Mm.
that.
So
Hmm.
I commend anyone who can fast, especially water fast. Probably catch me on that for about an hour or two, and I'm starving. Water does does nothing for me. No, I can go a half a day because I do that not intentionally. I can get busy if I start working, and then not that I forget to eat. I just don't step away to eat. It be on my mind, and then I finally do grab lunch. Um, every now and again, I might intentionally do a half day fast, but
Mm.
there's no way I can just sit and eat watermelon and that be enough. Because what do you do for protein?
Well, okay, so I don't know about. I got to see what levels of protein, and everything has some form of protein in it, but because it's watermelon, it does fill you out. And because I'll get up and drink water or tea, well, even if I'm not fasting, I usually don't eat before 12 because I'm dealing with the children or whatever. And I'll drink water and tea or whatever in the morning or eat some fruit. But for me, it does fill you up. Now, if my children are not home, I won't eat because I'm
Mm.
not hungry for some reason. I don't know
Okay.
why that is. Like when my children are home, I have to cook. They're always hungry. Da, da, da. But on the weekends, if they're not home, and if someone doesn't remind me about food or talk about food, I might not eat
Mm.
because I just don't have an appetite. Or I'm like, oh, I need to eat something. Now I might eat some fruit or grab something. But I really don't eat heavy on the weekends or just eat period because my kids aren't home.
Mm-hmm.
But when they're home and they're reminding me about food, I'm like, oh, I gotta eat. That's when I do most of my eating with my children.
Child, my inner fat girl will kill me. And I like, people say I forgot to eat. No, it be on my mind. I remember
Yeah,
to eat, but to forget to eat, no.
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah.
I have
I don't be
snacks
hungry.
in
I'm
my
not hungry.
office. I keep snacks in my office everywhere.
Yeah,
Candy dishes, because I have to have something. And coffee normally will curb my appetite for a little while. So I do have coffee in the morning for the most part, and then I have water that always sit on my desk. And I'll get up and get more water, but I might not make me anything to eat. I mean, it'd be intentional most times because I'm like I don't feel like cooking, so I'm just gonna snack it out, and then I will eat either a late lunch or I'll eat dinner. But yeah, I can't just be like, no, I'm not hungry. Oh, I'm always hungry. Always hungry. Shoot, I think I ate so much while I was traveling. It was ridiculous. Although, I remember, Cortina, I went to that steakhouse like 3 times.
Yes.
They knew me up in there. Yes, the managers knew me up in there. I had been there
She's famous there now.
what?
And one was flirting with her. Hmm.
anyways, not
He
that.
wanted some coffee in his cream.
Oh my gosh, but the food was so good. It was worth
Oh, yes.
going.
Oh, take me back.
So if you are ever in Atlanta and you are downtown, Cuts Steakhouse is freaking bomb. If you like steak, that is. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I OD'd on steak. I still have some because I brought mine home with me. So yeah, I still have my fillet left. I ate my ribeye, but I still have my steak and my shrimp left.
I was hungry. I
Yeah,
ate
you
everything.
ate her entire plate, everything on the plate. Yeah, so much. But I will say the entire time that I was traveling, I had an amazing experience. I'm still tired from it. It was an amazing weekend. Shout out to Morgan Peters, who was doing her thing on the red carpet. And and I'm hoping, Louisa, at some point you're going to have to come to one of the red carpet book signings. Unfortunately, I'm not doing anything in the city where I reside or in the area where I reside, but if you all are in the Chicago area, that's coming up next. And so I'm so looking forward to seeing the kids smile, and they really had such a good time. So I enjoyed my time traveling. I enjoyed my time eating. I also enjoyed taking care of my body during that process, because I was so exhausted that IV hydration gave me that pick me up. And funny, somebody had asked me, they was like, well, how are you feeling now? I'm like, my body feels good, but my eyes tired now. I want to sleep. I want to sleep in. But I do have energy going from the B12 that's in them. Yeah, I got an extra dose of B12. So I'm like energy popping right now. And then I also noticed like my skin perked up even more, because a part of it was like skin and nails.
Oh.
When she comes on to have this conversation, I'm messaging her now to see if she's coming on. She's having some issues. This platform be real funny. So are any of you working out for the summer, or you just gave up having a summer body right now and going to try next year?
I'm going to have to take a rain check on the summertime fine. It's going to have to catch me 2023.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I'm already tired for next year. We're going to have to skip a year, this year and next year, and we're gonna circle back in 2023.
Okay, so you're gonna get your body right for 2023. I don't blame you on
circle
that.
Back.
Okay, well then in that case, I didn't skip my year, so I got to do it this year.
Okay.
I am getting back into yoga. I have missed it. I used to do yoga all the time, and me doing it, I did it last Saturday, and I was like, oh, this feels so good. So I'm getting back into yoga and meditation, because I used to meditate all the time. I haven't done it in a long time, so I did meditation. Oh, you sleep so well when you meditate.
Okay.
So I am getting back into that, and I am going to start getting out more. I've been doing more walking.
Okay.
And I was out all day today until I was out maybe about 11 something. And I didn't get back in the house till 5 something, out with my kids going to school, walking and doing different things. So it feels good. It feels good to get out and move. And so yeah, it's not, I mean, I do want to lose weight, but I'm not like pushing for a summer body. I just want a healthier body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's still a summer body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so our guest has arrived, because I'm so excited for her to share this IV hydration and what it means for wellness with you all. And without further ado, we are going to bring on our special guest, Miss Keisha Brown. Hey.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
Hi, how are you?
Happy to see you.
Thank you for having me. I know.
Yes.
How are you feeling? Because you get to share your experience.
I know. I'm feeling good. I was sharing my experience a little bit, but I want you to really go into detail. People really want to see my experience. I actually put that on a live because I went live for a little while doing it. But, tell everybody, first of all, who you are outside of Keisha Brown and what you do, and then what made you start, D.O.P.E Healing and Wellness Clinic.
Awesome. Okay, well, I'm Keisha Brown. I'm a registered nurse. I'm located here in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been a nurse for like 6 years now. So I've been in the healthcare field for the past 15, but a registered nurse for the past 6 years. So I started the brand D.O.P.E. D.O.P.E stands for Delivering Only Positive Energy. So that is the passion behind my purpose, getting out here into the world. So D.O.P.E Healing came about after I worked in New York City on the front lines. So once I came back off the front lines, I said I wanted to, after seeing all the devastations firsthand experience, what can I do to keep my people out of the hospital? Because of course, it was affecting the world, but it started to hit the African American community a lot harder later on, and we were going down in record numbers. So what could I do? And it was the littlest things that I found out about what IV hydration was about, helping boost your immune system, remaining hydrated, having proper vitamins and minerals in your body to help boost your immune system so you can't fight off any type of viruses. So that's where that came from. Yes.
Okay. Wow. So I had the Magic City IV hydration. And you know what? For the life of me, I don't remember everything that was in there other than B12 because that can get her. So what was in the Magic City one that I had, and then what are some of the other ones that you have that makes it different?
Okay, so Magic City, let's start here. So I'm born and raised from Atlanta, so I'm a down south Georgia girl. So I wanted to make this business fun. So I decided to name the drips after things in my city. So Magic City is a very popular staple place here in Atlanta, and although it is not, it gives you that feel good feeling. So that Magic City drip is why we did that because that's the one that's all inclusive. That one has the B12, but it also has high doses, not high doses, but have vitamin C, the B complex vitamins, magnesium, calcium. So again, another mixture of your vitamins and minerals all in one bag together. So it helps fight off colds and viruses. I think the allergy season is real big out here, especially in Atlanta with pollen. So there's things in there to kind of help you fight off those type of symptoms. But Magic City, because it's like all inclusive, and with the other drips, they are again a la carte to whatever your body needs. So Escape, everyone knows Escape. They're a staple in Atlanta, the singing group. So that particular drip is for you to escape the pain. So it's like a pain relief for like menstrual cramps, migraines is a big one that we have out here. Chronic back pains and just the jet lag feeling. So that's what the Escape is. And my other biggest drip is the Quiet Storm drip. So in Atlanta, on V103 at 10 o'clock is a radio show called The Quiet Storm. So it's, kick back, relax, and, adult stuff. So that one is to increase your libido. So that's our sex strip.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. You know what? I remember you talking about the sex drip. I didn't know it had a name though. I didn't remember the name. So
Yes, The Quiet Storm for a reason.
that I guess after you have it, it becomes not so quiet of that storm. Or at least that's the goal.
It's gonna be
It's
some rain. It's gonna be
It's the
some
goal.
raining.
It's the
It might be a
calm
little
Oh,
before
loud.
some
the
raining,
storm.
raining the love, raining the love,
It's
raining
the
the
calm
love.
before the storm.
It's the calm before the storm. Yes, the intimacy with that. So
Louise,
it
that's why
helps. So
you got
most
five
people,
kids.
they've been intrigued by it, and they kind of be like, "Oh no, I don't need it." But in reality, as we get older, so does our bodies. So even if you're not experience any trouble in that area, it just helps you enhance in that area. And ironically, so one of the things that drew my attention to that particular drip was especially in African American men that have high blood pressure, not just men, but in our community. But one of the things that men don't do is they don't go to the doctor and they don't like to take their medication. So once they realize that taking high blood pressure medication causes that erectile dysfunction, it kind of just turns them off. So you have a lot of men that stroke out in their late 30s and early 40s because they've had high blood pressure for years, but they're turned off because it affects their sex life. So once I found out that this would increase the blood flow and safely do it while you still continue to take your medication is what really drew my attention to it. So it's really about educating my people out here about it.
Okay, is there anything in the drip that people should be cautious about if they are taking certain medications that you would say, no, this is not for you?
Yeah, so with the IV hydration part, that's a service that we offer. So with that is oversaw by a medical director. So I do have a medical doctor on staff with me. And what they do, we do an intake process. So typically that's when you go online, you fill out a questionnaire, and depending on your questionnaire, the doctor will see you and we will screen you. And depending on the medications, yes, we probably wouldn't give you the Quiet Storm drip, but it's probably something else comparable to that you can take that wouldn't interfere with your medication. So it's definitely a safe process. And thank you for bringing that up because yes, want to let them know that the IV hydration portion of this business is oversaw by a medical doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the average cost of these various types of IV drips and hydration? What are we looking at? Is it something that can be
Okay.
affordable that the everyday person can utilize in their life, or is it
What
more
about
on the
insurance?
higher end? Is it covered by insurance? Yeah.
Okay. So this part of the business is cash based. So, but we do accept what they call the HSA and FSA, so
Okay.
your flexible spending account. We do accept those cards. And as far as affordability, yes, I do make them affordable for the community. So they range anywhere from $60 all the way up to $160,
Oh.
depending on what you're putting into your drip. So a basic bag of fluid, sometimes it may run you just like $60. And I'm constantly running specials. So like I said, I'm out here for I'm out here in the community for the community, so I make it affordable for them.
That's great, because I was doing some research and I was seeing one treatment for $349, and I was like, who's I mean, some people probably can, but if you want to make it a part of your lifestyle and something that you do, that can be pretty costly. So to hear you say that, I mean, those prices are definitely affordable than trying to pay like $350 for one treatment. And how long does a treatment usually last?
It just depends on your body. So what it does, it's your body, the science of it is it takes in what it needs and excrete the rest. So typically if you have like a kidney or heart problems, we don't do this because this is not done in a clinical setting. We don't give you hospital vibes, but I am a registered ER nurse and I do have emergency protocols, but typically nothing goes wrong with these. So if you have like heart problems and or kidney problems, you'll be one of the candidates that wouldn't qualify for this because your body has to get it all. So one thing about IV hydration and what makes it so popular is that I have the back here, it goes directly into your bloodstream. So what happens is it's automatically put into circulation. Whereas if you swallow pills every day, your body's only going to absorb half of that, because it goes through the digestive process. So typically 2 to 3 weeks is what most of, I say 2 weeks at minimum, because especially with the athletic one, we call it the Rise Up, named after the Falcons. We, that one, their body is constantly in motion, constantly moving. So we are already dehydrated. Most of us are. We run around on depleted anyway. So a boost can last you up to 2 weeks and sometimes 3, but some people are doing these things weekly. So at minimum, I say at least about 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks you should do one.
Okay. So I heard you say something about, if you have heart problems or liver problems or anything like that, I'm sorry. Issues.
Yeah, liver too.
But are there any other conditions where you would say no? Because I know there are some people that go through, various other forms of treatment, and they may be looking for energy boosters and things to help get them motivated and moving. So if someone is currently under like chemo treatment, would that be something to get them? Because you lose a lot of energy when you're going through that. Would that be something, or?
That's a great question. So, ironically enough, I have a couple of friends that's doing this business, and one of them, I don't think they're actively treating one in chemo that's going through chemo, but they have been using high doses of vitamin C to reverse the cancers in people. It's still science based, and they're still working, so it's not like an all out cure right now. But they've been having positive results with people that has finished chemo and trying to keep them in remission. To try, I think it's their PSA levels that they're talking about. But typically, no, it's really up to my doctor's discretion what they feel comfortable with doing. So if it's just like a basic saline and like some Zofran to help with the nausea and vomiting, then they may, depending on what other levels their blood levels are looking like, they may approve it. But typically, no, we wouldn't do that. And especially then women that's pregnant as well. Although I do have an OB on staff as well. It really just depends on where that mother is in her pregnancy and how healthy her pregnancy has been. Because typically, sometimes just some fluids and Zofran is all that they need.
Oh,
but it's a thorough process that you go through with the screening. Yes.
Okay.
So IV therapy, what is? Because I know, do you use the same vein or do you switch veins? How does that work? Because I know veins burst.
Yeah.
So how does that work? And how so you said every 2 to 3 weeks. Have you had someone with it? Has anyone that you know of had issues doing this, or would you recommend?
Yeah. So typically, your vein, everybody is different. So that, again, that's another great question and great point to highlight. Everyone's body is different. You got some people, you see veins busting all out of them and they blow like that. Blow meaning collapse, where it doesn't hold the IV catheter. And other people, so typically I'm very good at getting IVs because I work with adults in pediatrics nursing, and then I'm an ER nurse, so we'll find a vein because we got to save a life. So, but in this setting, if we
those pediatric veins,
it just depends.
Yeah.
Yes. Love my babies. So typically, like I said, after 2 or 3 sticks, it just depends on the client. If you want to keep going, we will. But I haven't run into that Thankfully, I have not run into that just yet. But typically, no, because it's not something that's urgent or emergent. We
Mm.
wouldn't put you through any painful process. We'd just have you go home and try to hydrate orally, or do some other things and try again. But I do have a couple of techniques up my sleeve when you come into the office, because again, I work with adults and pediatric patients as well.
What's the youngest?
Here, again, because we're not in a clinical setting, 18 years of age and older.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't do any pediatric patients in this setting, but in the
Okay.
ER, we, of course, yeah, but this is not in an
Yeah.
emergency setting.
Okay. Even
Yeah.
though like there's no waiver or anything you can sign off of as a parent, like when they're getting tattoos or anything.
No, typically in this, no, because kids are very tricky too. Kids are like an adult, most adults can tolerate a whole liter of fluid. A kid,
Okay.
we base it off upon their weight. So,
Okay.
so again, this is supposed to be like a fun, feel good process, not nothing that's going to give you hospital or doctor vibes. So
Yeah.
typically, a kid, yeah, they're eating right and doing. They body is naturally not depleted like ours are as
Okay.
adults. So yeah,
Okay.
but it also goes back, like if my physician dispatched me out to a client's house and they need it and it's under their orders, then of course I'm qualified to do that.
And the only reason why I asked was because I know you said something about athletes, and I know there's a lot of student athletes that are very active, and this could possibly be beneficial to them because they are always on the move and always going, and so that's why I
Mhm.
asked.
And
Yeah.
that would be a different avenue, because again, that would be where I'll bring our physician on, and they would kind of interview and do adjustment based upon their assessment. So like for college students or even high school, if it's something that they find warranted, then yeah, it'll
Okay.
be definitely up to the physician at that time.
Okay.
Because if it's just fluids, then it's different than me giving them an amino blend or some high dose of B12 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Earlier I had myself muted, but I was saying that I love the fact that you have doctors on staff, that's specialty doctors like the OB, and the doctor, the physician. And so I know for me, the hydration piece, I normally every night I have to sleep. I don't know, most women I always think that I know of anyway, sleep with water by the bed. Almost need water all the time. And I will get up in the middle of the night and drink. I have not done that at all, since I've had that IV hydration. So maybe my body
Yeah.
needed more hydration than I
Hmm.
thought. And here it is. I think I drink a lot of water throughout the day. But yeah, I literally have not, I forget about it. And I don't get up in the middle of the night needing water. I'm not thirsty in the morning. I literally feel extremely hydrated to where I'm like, okay, I'm either gonna have to fly back
Hmm.
down to Atlanta, or I'm gonna have to find somewhere here so I can make sure and keep this up, because it has really done something different for my body. And I can't speak for anybody else, but I know my experience, even
Everyone
being
else is
there.
right.
Yeah, being there.
Yeah.
I walked in kind of feeling like fatigued. I walked out like, oh, I was energized. Like, oh, let me do this.
Mm.
Ready to go. Yes.
Is that the experience most people have after they have the IV hydration with you?
Yes. I haven't had one client thus far. Maybe one. I want to say it was an athlete, but he just probably needed more. So when you're new to this, I call them drip virgins. When you're new to this, we start you off at the bare minimum,
Mm.
so we do have a threshold where we can go up. So we don't tell people that, because they'll come in and say, hey, I want it all, but you don't know. So what we do, we start you at the bare minimum, then we increase you as we go on. But again, doing that, we get the authenticity of a client's experience. Not to say, well, she didn't give me enough. I might have gave you this amount, but gave this person that amount. We do it
Mm-hmm.
based upon your needs. And basically, when you've never had it before, your body's going to respond quicker than a person that's been doing it weekly or have, because I have some clients that have come in, they'll tell me what they want because they done been in LA and got it. So they know exactly what they want, how they want it, where to stick them, how. You got clients like that. But then you have new people that come in and it's like a breath of fresh air to their body because they've never had it before.
How
Yeah.
long does it last? A session.
Oh, like,
So
yeah.
typically, 30 to 45 minutes,
Oh,
depending
okay.
on someone's body. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Some people's bodies be so depleted that it'll take it out within 30, suck it up in 30. But typically, the way that we titrate it, at least 45 minutes. So the whole experience no longer than an hour. And I like, we do concierge service where we go to you, but we like to have people come into us because it gives you that vibe. So when you come into the spa, we can dim the lights, play some music, whatever it is that you like to get your mind together. Because again, it starts with your mindset, relaxing, getting everything done, doing the formalities of vital signs and all that. But then once we get your IV in, we want you to relax and kind of just enjoy the experience.
So the
So,
other service you
I'm sorry.
the other service you offer that I do love about it is you can have your blood drawn to see what nutrients you need. Can you share with that a little bit?
Hmm
As a part-
Okay, I was just about to ask, how do you figure out what a person needs? So yeah, okay.
So stuff like D3, that's the most people are just definitely depleted in D3. So most people have to have a prescription for it. So typically, what we do is like while we draw to get your IV, because you got to, stick the vein in the arm. So we'll go ahead and draw bloods and send them off to the lab. That's up to the client and the doctor. So if you're coming in and say, yeah, I want to replace my prescription vitamin D3 with the IM injections that goes into your arm, that's something that you and the doctor will talk about. We'll definitely run your levels just to see where your baseline is, and then we'll kind of monitor it so we can make sure that you're getting reaching that therapeutic result.
Mm.
So typically, so we'll draw your blood and send it to the lab. So again, it's up to the most clients. Some people are not as concerned about it because B12 is like water soluble vitamins, meaning you can't overdose on them because you're gonna excrete them out through your urine. That's why it's important for your kidneys and your liver to be functioning, because that's the way your body metabolizes anything, is either through your liver or through your kidneys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me ask you this, and as people come to you, let's just say their levels are down. How do you know when they go up? If they're coming
And
to
that will go back with the blood draws.
you,
With the blood draws. Typically, like with the B12, we know not so much that the levels went up, but you are feeling the therapeutic result. Not the therapeutic result, but you're feeling the result once you get that energy boost. Okay, so most people are depleted with B12, and that's why you're like groggy and crank, just going through because your B12 levels are down. But as soon as you get them in your arm, and sometimes with the IV, you feel it almost instantaneously. And
Mm.
most people do the B12 along with the weight loss program, because you can do those weekly, because again, your body don't store that. It's something that's excreted out. So it's using it constantly.
okay. Do you have, because even though it is not a hospital setting or anything else like that, how do you keep the records? Is it like almost like a medical record, so you would know when you see people
Hmm
what they had consistently done either time or whatnot? How is the
Yeah.
administration part kept?
Okay, so what that is, they typically come in and fill out the form, like, or we'll do the questionnaire over the phone, but we'll set you up a patient portal. So usually once we set you up that patient portal, you can go in there and kind of review what's been done and or set up your next appointment. So we're actually switching over our EMR system. I actually did a training with another company today, so it's going to be even better. But all of my platforms right now, we do offer a patient portal where we
Mm-hmm.
just highlight what you've had. Again, like I said, it's most people have not been requesting like what they lab, or some of them are doing their annual physicals, and then our doctor will take those and kind of look at it and compare and contrast. Because again, most of the stuff, like I said, it's excreted through the urine or the kidney, so your body's not holding on to it. But some people that are really on a strict tight regimen, we can do the micronutrient testing with them.
Okay. Wow. So, can you share with everybody the benefits of IV hydration? What is the maximum benefits on why people should get this?
The benefits of IV hydration is, like I said, the first one, the most important part is that it's 100% absorbed through the bloodstream. So it's automatically it goes straight into your body circulation system. Whereas, like I said before, when you're swallowing pills, it's going through the digestive process. So you don't, like, if you took 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, once your body digests it, you're not going to get a full 1,000. And it takes weeks upon weeks for it to reach that therapeutic level by going through the digestive system. However, what people can do is still, you can come do an IV hydration this week. Let's say you can only afford to do it once a month. So if this week you're doing the IV hydration, the following week we'll tell you to take your supplemental pills, and that way you can still reach that therapeutic level. The other benefits is like increased energy, brain fogginess. We even have one that I'm so passionate about, which is mental health. There is a drip that helps decrease anxiety, drug opioid addictions, and what's the other one? The PTSD. So, but that's something that goes in a more stricter climate that I'm working on with the psychologist to bring them on board to offer that as well, especially in our community, to help reduce people that has the mental health component that is sometimes missing, but they've been through a lot of trauma in their life, but there's a drip for that.
Yeah, we did that. Remember I was telling you, Pam, with the patients that we had, that's when I first heard about it. When we introduced some of our outpatient patients, they would go get IV hydration, and it was for the opioid addiction. And remember when I said,
she shot it down. I was like sharing my experience, and she was
like
what did you
say?
Talking, and I was explaining to her. I was like, "Oh, I had my IV hydration today." And she was like, "Yeah, I know about this a little bit." She said, "Yeah, they use that for people who have drug or drug use." Way to kill a wet dream! Like what? I'm
shot it all the way down.
She's over there talking about for drug addiction. I'm like,
oh yeah. No, it's just another benefit, and like I said, it's something that we don't. The biggest thing with IV hydration is it's very well.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, they had a hangover. You're gonna go get a banana bag because it resembles a banana bag. But what I liked from taking the courses that I took was just learning the different benefits of it. So again, it's not just for hangovers, because that's what it was most popularly used for, hangovers. And then the ketamine and other, I think it's called NAD, is used for the drug addictions and to try to reverse those and then even treat PTSD. But again, it's not really known in our community. So that's why I started to look into it, to educate myself about it and bring it into the community, because it does help.
So can you have too much of it?
You can have too much of anything. You can. So what we do, again, there is
it went out again.
And
then again, it's oversaw by a physician. So they would is made calculations and all of that goes into it. And again, the intake process, depending on what you're coming in for, that's why that part is so important. But typically we're dealing with a healthy clientele, so they don't really.
You went out again. We can't hear you. Okay.
Anything like heart problems or liver problems. So typically when we do that, when we do the first screening, then it goes to the doctor, they'll sign off on it. But we don't normally turn people away. We'll find you the place that you need to go to get the treatment that you need.
Something. Okay.
So the reason why I was asking is it's too much. Because if you're getting this done and then you're still taking your supplements, even though you're not getting them fully, is that too much for your body to absorb, for you to get the IV hydration and continue to take your, like, whatever vitamin supplements that you are taking?
No, and that's what I was saying. So people do it, and it's almost like what you call like a maintenance. So you'll come in the first week and do your IV hydration. Second week, you're not going to do IV hydration. You'll still drink your water, or to hydrate your body, and you'll take your vitamins accordingly. Because again, most vitamins are what we call water soluble, so they're not stored in the body. You're gonna, every time you sweat or pee, is going to come out your body. So again, if you sat there and took a overload of it, like an overdosing of it, yeah, you can have too much, but typically you're just going to excrete it all. Fat soluble vitamins, yeah, of course you don't want, because your body will hold on to those as well. So, but like I said, most people would definitely do it in a sense of they will still take it, but it'd be like a maintenance type thing. So if I'm not doing IV hydration this week, but I still want to boost my immune system, I'm going to take my vitamin C and zinc at home. Or I still want that B12, I can take B12. But even with the B12, that's the one people will come back. We put them on a weekly regimen because they're doing that thing weekly.
Because it's helping with energy or weight loss.
Both, because again, we have the B12 and then we have the B12 with the fat burner. And so typically, like when I go to the gyms and do pop-up shops, the athletes are definitely doing the one with the fat burner because they're using it. Typically, day-to-day people who's not actively working out but still need that boost of energy, they're going to do our B12.
Okay. All right. All right. So
Very interesting.
I know. Let everybody know where they can connect with you if they want, if they're in the Atlanta area or surrounding areas, or they're visiting Atlanta. How can they reach out to have this done?
Okay, so you can follow me on IG at Dope Healing. So that's D.O.P.E. Healing, HEALING. Our website is dopehealingatl.com, or you can reach us at 404-786-9253. And we are luxury concierge service, so we come to you or you can come to us.
Where are you located?
We're located in so our spa is in Decatur, so it's at 2570 Blackman Drive in Decatur, Georgia. It's inside of a Sprouts Plaza, right across from the old DeKalb Medical, is now called Emory Decatur Hospital, and the salon lofts.
Yes, and I tell you what, I know for myself, the benefit of it makes me want to just do it like monthly, at least monthly.
Yes.
I got to figure out July. I'll be back in August though. Um, so here's the unique thing. If you go to Keisha's clinic or a spa, which it really does feel like a spa, you get, there's only 2 chairs, so it's very intimate. She's you're a big professional, because I was doing live the whole time, and she'll just walk you through everything, and there's the TV there, there's music going, so you can really set the tone that you want. I had so happened to work during mine. I was like, yeah, let me work after I got off the live. But when I say I walked out of there feeling like $1 million, more than I walked in feeling like 50 cents. Maybe 25 cents, but I'm still holding on to everything, and I really do truly see the benefits. So I'm so grateful that you was able to come in and explain. Mm-hmm. And she has a little bag, you can kind of see it right by her, of what it actually looks like. And again, I went on my live. You can go on my page, and I did it. So definitely connect with Keisha. Thank you so much for.
I have one more question though.
Oh, go ahead.
So let's just say you wanted to do the Magic City and the Atlanta Falcon one. Can you mix them?
Well, they are all mixed, and so we can. So the thing is, like with the Magic City, it doesn't come with the amino blend. The amino blend is something for like muscle and tissue repair. So usually when people are working out, that's the one we'll give them the amino blend in that. We also have the Georgia Peach.
Oh, we lost you. No, can't hear you. Can't hear you. Nope, can't hear you.
With you working out.
Okay, start over, because you just went out.
You went out.
Okay, you hear me
Start
now?
off by telling us what the Georgia Peach is.
Yeah, the Georgia Peach.
So my Georgia Peach is my beauty drip. So that one has vitamin C and biotin and B complex vitamins infused in it. And so that helps with removing blemishes out your skin, because we also have the glutathione with it, which is a liver detox. So we just mix and match depending on, again, what it is based off your intake form, what it is that you're trying to achieve. So if this week is just, I just want to just feel good and just boost my energy, we typically go with the Magic City drip. But if you've been working out, we'll give you something to help with your muscles, and that will be your amino blends. So again, then if you got people that, hey, I want to remove these blemishes out my skin, lighten me up or something like that, we'll use our beauty drip. Or, if you got the brittle hair or trying to make your skin glow, we'll do the biotin. So we mix and match depending on what you want. So we won't do it all at once, and we'll switch you up.
So you're not going to have 2 bags hanging from you,
ma'am.
Going in both of them.
No, ma'am.
Well, you sold me, so I am looking at making an appointment in Winter Park by my office. I did not know it was one like a mile down the street from my office, so I'm like, okay, let me try and make me an appointment for this week.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you have to share your experience with me too. Let me know what your experience is. If I find one in the Washington D.C. area, I'm sure there is one. I've not looked because I'm partial right now of wanting to run back down to Atlanta.
Oh yes,
when I go to Atlanta, I will be coming to Dope
Healing. Yes.
We're gonna have to go together.
Yes. We do drip parties. Yeah,
we can both do drip parties together. Oh my gosh, Keisha, thank you so much.
She does drip parties. Did you hear that?
Oh yes. Drip
Drip
parties?
parties. So we have like a group of people. Of course, we do COVID testing because that's another service that we offer. We are, like for instance, I had a lady that her girlfriends wanted to enjoy the experience together. So it was 4 of them. We COVID tested before the drip, set them up, and they was able to sit in there in the comforts of their home and enjoy their drip experience together. I've
Oh,
had
nice.
families do it. Yes,
With the
so I
same.
had families
Nice.
do it as well.
So you actually carry you have portable poles that they hang on?
Like right here.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
Interesting. Okay. A drip party. So you all hear that? Drip, drip. That's why I labeled this the big drip because
The big drip, yes,
yes, that's why I
definitely.
titled this the big drip because it's going to have big benefits for your body. So Keisha, thank you so much. I will be seeing you. I gotta schedule mine for August if nothing else.
Okay, yes, ma'am, we'll be here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys
All
for having me.
right.
All right. Thank you so much. You
Thank
all
you
keep
so
Thank
in
much.
touch and go to her clinic. All right. Bye bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Oh, she was so amazing. I'm telling you. Oh, Cortina, when you have it done, you must let me know. Like you
Oh, I
absolutely
will. Oh,
know how it
yes.
feels. Yeah. Which kind do you think you want to get?
This one that I'm looking at has so many um different ones. I'm gonna have to go to the place because the one where they bring it to your home, this thing is too expensive for me. $749. So I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna be taking myself to the clinic, and I wanted D to experience it with me. He's real funny on stuff. You know, he's
Okay.
like a scientist. So I might be doing it by myself, but that's okay because I'm going to be doing it every 2 weeks because I'm trying to, strengthen up my immune system and everything. So I'm going to have you on FaceTime and be like, okay, I'm here, fam.
I know.
This is what it looks like.
But I think that's why initially I went live because I wanted to see and let people know how painless it was, and even from the IV. And I sat here and I probably shouldn't have. I was like bending my arm up. I'm typing and carrying on. I'm holding cameras. Oh yeah, I was doing the most. But I wanted people to really see the experience. And then after it was over, I went on live again saying, this is how I felt. It's like
Mm-hmm.
a rush. The other weird thing is I didn't mention when Keisha was on, is that you can taste it. It's going through the IV, and you're like, I taste vitamins. So you're getting the vitamin intake that you need. And so it's a unique experience, and it's one that is so good for your body. I know for me, I want at least a monthly regimen because I don't take vitamins. I do take a prebiotic and a probiotic, but the fact that it is helping me sleep, that right there does a lot for me. And I love that she keeps records of anytime I go, so that way I would definitely know what I've been getting the whole time. And so I have to, when I find someone here, I have to make sure and say, hey, I need to figure out what I had in the Magic City so that I can get the same benefit.
Right.
My skin has also been glowing hella since I got it done. My hair is doing its own thing, but my skin definitely has been like popping and glowing, and just feeling bomb afterwards.
Cool.
Now I need that B12 fat burner.
Yeah, I'm trying like, what else can I get? How long is it?
Are you still over there looking?
I am.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yes, definitely. Let me know. And did you ask about like even the age also? Because I'm sure Morgan, this is like something that she would do totally.
Right. So they don't have anything on here about age or anything, but this is the food fancy area in Winter Park. So they probably have something where they lower the age to teenagers, but I'll see when I go there.
Yeah, now you got to let me know. This is such a super dope experience. So, Cortina, where can everybody connect with you at?
Everyone can find me at The Girlfriend Therapist on all social media platforms. And you can also find me at The Girlfriend Therapist on TikTok now. So I was locked out of my TikTok's emotional expert. I didn't know my password, can't get back in it. So I had to create a whole new one. So you can find me at The Girlfriend Therapist on all social media platforms, including TikTok.
And you can find me at the Blue Phoenix Hills on Facebook and Instagram.
Cortina, you missed it last the 2 weeks ago. She finally streamlined all her social media to just the Blue Phoenix and changed her name from Radio Red to the Blue Phoenix.
Well, look at you.
Yeah, just, you know.
Streamlining the branding. Okay.
I know, I know. That's why I was like, oh, wait, what?
Makes it so much easier.
Yeah, just one word, one line.
All right. Now we all streamlined.
Yeah. She's
And
so
we are
proud. She's a proud
definitely
mama.
all streamlined now. That is such a beautiful thing. For me, you can reach me on all social media platforms at IAMDRPGURLEY at I am Dr. P Gurley. And for the Herspiration brand, you can reach us on Facebook and Instagram at Herspiration Happy Hour, and what is it? Twitter on Herspiration HH.
Yeah.
I should know this. And you know what? Speaking of, while we're having news, I can also talk about the official launch of Dope-Ass Women Entertainment. It is now, our website is now live. You can go to www.dawentertainment.com.
Yeah.
Everything that we ladies are doing. There's a podcast on there. There's the Unapologetic by Dr. G. There's red carpet conversations going on. There's media. Everything is on there. Again, that is DAWentertainment.com. So if you cannot find us, and you were trying to figure out what platform, you can always tune in right there and listen and download podcasts right from iHeartRadio.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies, any last words? Cortina, you are still looking. I know.
I am.
For our audience tonight before we end our 12th episode in season 4.
No, I would say, you know what? I would just say that live life to the fullest, because you never know when you won't have it anymore. You never know when this is your last day waking up. So anyone who's dead right now, they didn't know it was going to be their last day when they woke up. So when you do have the opportunity to wake up again, just enjoy life and forget the small stuff and just worry about the stuff that really matters.
Amen to that.
Oh, she said nothing and she gave us everything. Okay.
I kind of fell off for a minute. I don't know what's going on.
I know. All I wanted to say was I just want to remind everyone to smile. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, even if you're having a rough day, and like Cortina said, you should be grateful you're here. But sometimes smiling will brighten your day. So just smile.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna leave everybody with this before we depart. One of the things that I have learned is that the importance of giving yourself grace. You go so far to give everyone else grace and take care of everyone else. Sometimes you have to give yourself grace to realize that you are human, and giving yourself grace is a huge part of mental health and taking care of yourself.
Yes.
It's a big part of self-care. So that's what I'm going to leave everybody with on this beautiful Wednesday evening. And I hope everybody is enjoying the weather. And with that, until the next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.